Good morning, you're watching My Media Prime Television. This is the morning edition of News Region of Cameroon. Mr. Okala Bilai was speaking Tuesday, August 2nd, after installing the new Senior Division Officer of the division, Ambang Fabian Carr. Unlike previous years, the ceremony was void of locals to grace the event and give it the usual color it deserves. Here is an excerpt of Governor Benato Kalabila after the installation of the new Senior Division Officer of Menji. Take a listen.
To come back to their villages, to come back to this city. As you can see, the city has become, the city of Menji, the headquarters of Lebialem Division, has become a ghost town. All the public services are abandoned, vandalized in the bushes. So the SEO should pull all the leading forces, the elite, the politicians, the official elected, to come back. The head of state, as I said, created this division to give a platform for development to those people of Lebialem. This pole of development, this instrument should not become now a problem, a worry, a stone in the shoes of the Republic. And the elite too, the politicians, those who are doing politics or occupying functions on behalf of the people of Lebialem, they should come back to assist the administration, because no matter the courage and the engagement of the SDO and his collaborator of forces of law and order, they can't do anything without the population. They are coming here following recommendation appointment from the head of state to pull the development. And the development is for the people. If the people are not there, then so this message is an appeal to the people of Lebialem, but not only to the people of Lebialem, to the entire region, because this is, I think, the only case in the Republic where a whole division, a whole quarter of a division, a prefecture, has been abandoned because the civil servants, the population, have been traumatized. It is unbelievable. In the other localities, people are dreaming to have such an instrument of development, a whole division as an administrative unit. But here, the head of state gave it to the Lebialem people, and they are rubbing it in the mud. They have thrown it.
In the northwest region, some quarterheads of the 4 villages that make up Bamenda 2 Council area have benefited from rudimentary tools handed to them by the Safety Net Project of the United Nations Development Program UNDP. The tools, consisting of spades, dig axes, wheelbarrows and many others, aims at revitalizing community spirit in tackling issues. According to Mayor Chenry Peter, the project seeks to bring back the spirit of working together in communities while ensuring that roads are passable and bridges rehabilitated. Here's an excerpt of Mayor Chenry Peter. Take a listen.
Just to name a few, but we just about to get started to see if we can assist the previous quarterheads. We have more to do. We started earlier, we light some areas, but then this is purely from the World Bank project assistance to help the municipality. That's why we want to make sure that the quarterheads will receive officially and to make sure the population are aware that they already have this stuff from World Bank Safety Net.
Now, at least 16 families have been rendered homeless after fire ravaged a camp hosting internally displaced persons in Gombe, a municipality in Douala 5 Lithoral region of Cameroon. Here's a report. This is what is left of this camp, hosting over 50 internally displaced persons who fled the northwest region of Cameroon as a result of the armed conflict. where they now call home, Ngombe, a locality in Douala 5 subdivision of the Lithoral region, has been reduced to ashes, adding to their pain. These IDPs, who sought refuge in Gombe, worked in a palm plantation to make ends meet. Returning home on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022, they met ashes and a few methods that were not completely burned. This internally displeased, who sustained injuries as he tried to save a few things in pidgin English, narrates how the fire started.
From toilet now, we are here with something explode. We just make it like say, I call a non spark boom. How I just come out for toilet, I seen a fire for on top house. I run, I want come, my for myself has been I say picking the non-born for house. I go for that room where that people live there, I see a fire, I don't cover all the room. I shout. How I shout, I just put my hand for head. I say my pikin don't cry. How I just one turn, I see my pikin will stand for back. They just talk to me say, no, that pikin they belong, come out. I run now, rush, I go from my room. I try wait for more some thing them for the way I bike park for down, I bike them park for down. We no be there again for go for that side we bike them there. Now for the way I run enter for my room. I try to move my ID card with my woman ID card. I see set money, I don't want to take the money. When no be there for table, I want to go for the fire burn me for back. Even now I just on my back the way fire don't burn up. Now for the way I just say I drag my only one pot from inside house. I come out the rest thing be down.
Another victim who lost huge sums of money in the flames received a heart-wrenching call on her way to the camp that fateful day.
One come up for house, say come back for here, reach for road, my phone ring. As my phone ring, I want answer call. They tell me say fire don't take all camping now. I say wait till I drop call, I know we get energy for skin when I fit talk. I take my phone, I call back, as I want call back for bush. They tell me say all thing unborn, all thing money. We will get Bamenda meeting for this bush. Now me I will be the treasurer. Book them for meeting again for me. Money for meeting will be 600 and something thousand. My own money will be there for house will be 280. But my car, as you will see, is there for back. My husband is bike. Now you will take the money to our life. Now you are a wrong go.
These Cameroonians, most of whom are from the northwest region, are in dire need of assistance as their employer is still very silent. They are calling on goodwill Cameroonians to come to their aid.
But don't know it does something where you feel here for your ear. But don't know talk better to wait here for your ear. But don't just say no get food, no get honey, no get wait. Well, no. We are my one they go chop. Where would you work for you? My client say people them very heavy, people they heavy.
No get any place if you go now with distance. So if I get things for things on our people them where they don't hell we for them say more manage for the length of the time. Even one patron where they will wait for day, even though even pass for day for talk, even Asia for we never see the call you say no get honey, no get food, we will not know. Now that one means say wait we don't lose one thing them so even for can't talk Asia say picking them the talk wait that one even pass for look all thing no born even for sleep we not get place for sleep. We go back now people them for more than 10 people them for one room for sleep.
Though no human life was lost, but for few injuries sustained, material damage registered, both physical cash and household gadgets, is enormous. All these IDPs need is a place to lay their heads while hoping to get more assistance and a solution to their problem. At the second ordinary session of the Lithoral Regional Council for the 2022 financial year opened in Douala Tuesday, August 2nd and will end today, Thursday, August 4, 2022. The budget of 1 billion francs CFA was adopted by members during the opening session as Eileen Samathoses.
The governor of the Lithoral region, Dieudonné Samuel Ivaha Deboa, officially opened the second ordinary session of the Lithoral Regional Council at the conference hall of the Douala 5 Council, focused on adopting the 2022 elective budget.
Il me plaît de prendre la parole toujours à l'occasion de la deuxième session ordinaire du Conseil régional du littoral au titre de l'exercice 2022 en cours, consacré à l'adoption du budget rectificatif. En effet, dans l'optique du respect du principe réalisme budgétaire apparu opportun, les arbitrages nécessaires de procéder à une révision du budget d'exercice en cours.
At the end of day one of the first ordinary session of the Littoral Regional Council for the 2022 financial year, the budget of 1 billion francs CFA was adopted with help from the Special Council Support Fund for Municipal Assistance, better known by its French acronym FAICOM. The president of the Littoral Regional Council explained.
The budget we have is coming, that is a loan. This is not a gift, it is a loan. We got this loan from FAICOM. This 1 billion CFA.
According to members of the Littoral Regional Council, the money will be used to construct a befitting building for the Littoral Regional Council, build a new Douala City Council Hall, as well as other priority projects. The president of the Littoral Regional Council, Banlock Polycarp, highlighted.
We are going to use this money to build our actual offices, headquarters in Bonanjo. And also we are going to use partly this money to prepare the land we are going to use to build the new city of Douala, and also the definite headquarters of the littoral region. This will be started very soon. That is the reason why we are trying to speed, to finish quickly with this session and to start doing the job.
For the difficulties faced by the Littoral Regional Council, the Anglophone crisis and the Boko Haram insurgencies were among.
We are going at the same rhythm like the country. You know, our country is facing a very bad war at this very moment in southwest and northwest, and also in the north, the far north region. A big part of our border of the country is going to this war. Then we are not moving very fast as we can like, but we are moving ahead.
The opening session of the Littoral Regional Council was highly attended by councillors of the Douala City, among whom were the Vice President of the Littoral Regional Council, Mbappe Mbwanga Paul Milord, and Njoke Ngwese Anthony, Secretary General of the Littoral Regional Council, among others who are ready to work for the development of the region.
On to health, a report that dwells on Breastfeeding Week, observed yearly from August 1 to August 7. The health campaign seeks to break barriers regarding breastfeeding, promote and encourage nursing mothers to engage in exclusive breastfeeding. Bukengo Wadi with details.
Observed this year under the theme, Step Up for Breastfeeding, Educate and Support, World Breastfeeding Week this year aims at encouraging families, friends, and loved ones to provide emotional and practical care for nursing or lactating mothers. The bond between a mother and her child is considered to be the most special thing a woman can afford. This bond can be achieved naturally during breastfeeding, especially during the first hour of uninterrupted skin-to-skin contact between a mother and her child after birth. Referred to as the golden hour, breastfeeding thereafter, especially for first-time moms, can be very tough for the next 6 weeks, especially managing through the different stages of breastfeeding, which include the colostrum stage, transitional milk stage, and mature milk stage. To this regard, carrots, avocado, milk, water, okra, beans, bananas, sweet potatoes, oranges, nuts, oats, and many more are some recommended fruits by experts for better lactation. With the benefits of breastfeeding being outstanding for both moms and babies in many ways than one, including weaning off breast cancer for nursing mothers and brain development for babies, the World Health Organization, together with UNICEF, recommends that babies should be breastfed exclusively at least for the first 6 months. And according to the International Confederation of Midwives, breastfeeding is key to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030 by means of supporting, encouraging, and educating nursing mothers and their communities.
Let's talk sports now. Cameroon has won its first medal at the ongoing Commonwealth Games. 29-year-old weightlifter Junior Pericles Gaja excelled in the 109-kilogram weightlifting, securing a gold medal. For Team Cameroon, the win puts Cameroon at the 16th spot in the world and 4th in Africa. News out of Cameroon. The Democratic Republic of Congo has asked the spokesman of the United Nations peacekeeping mission MONUSCO to leave the country, blaming him for stoking tensions that led to the deadly protest last week. The decision was announced in a statement from the Foreign Affairs Ministry dated July 28, 2022. 36 people, including 4 UN peacekeepers, were killed last week as hundreds of protesters vandalized and set fire to the mission's buildings in several cities in the country's east. Civilians accuse the mission, which has been active for more than 10 years, of failing to protect them from armed gang violence that has long plagued the region. Now, Senegal's opposition has called for the suspension of the publication of results of Sunday's legislative elections to examine its complaints over alleged irregularities and fraud. Both the government and opposition camps are claiming victory after Sunday's vote to renew its 165 seats in the National Assembly, which is largely controlled by the presidential coalition. The opposition had hoped the elections would impose a cohabitation or divided government on President Sall and curb any ambitions he may have for a third term. The polls last before presidential elections in 2024 were an important test for Sall after local elections in January saw the opposition win in major cities, including the capital, Dakar. This concludes today's edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. Coming up at exactly 10 a.m. is a brief with Flasha Kingsley and Gladys Bamutongina. My name is Fon Quinter. Today's edition of Prime Flash was compiled and produced by Junior Pelama. Developments of these and more will be yours at exactly 6:30 p.m. Goodbye.